cuties, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I am sharing a pretty huge grocery haul, at least for two, this is for two people. Like, there's a lot of food, but I hope you stick around if you want to see what I got. And I'm going to try to tell you the protein count on each of the items or most of the items. And I also like to share my meal plan for what I'm doing with each item. So I hope you stick around. Okay, I'm going to start off by saying that this is a pretty big haul because my husband and I went away for the weekend and I pretty much kind of cooked down all the food we had before we left. So we're down to pretty bare bones around here. I mean, we don't even have eggs. Like, that's not like this household. So it really was to restock a lot of things. And I have a few meal ideas, some recipes I want to do this week and next week. So this will be for about 2 weeks. Sometimes I can stretch it even a little bit longer, but that's what I'm going to show you today. And also, it's a grocery delivery. So I think they didn't substitute, I don't think they substituted any items, but I know two are missing. One was an air freshener, so no big deal. And I think everything else I got pretty much. So I am happy with that. I also wanted to mention, just before I get started, I did vlog during our little weekend getaway. I am not so good at vlogging. I try, but I really hope you check that out. Just click on your notification bell so you can see when I upload that video. It was a gorgeous place. And it wound up being kind of an active weekend for us. We enjoyed some great food. We met a lot of nice people and drank some wine. So yeah, I hope you check that out. Just hit your notification bell, hit all, and then you'll see when that video uploads if you're interested. Okay, let's get started. So I'm just gonna mix it up a little bit. Usually I start with the produce. Today I am starting with the proteins. And as you can see, it's a little bit of protein here, all of my favorites. So I'm gonna start down here with the pork. I've never bought something like this. I think it's a pork shoulder. It's not very big, but this is going in my crock pot. I am making pork carnitas, which I've never made before. I'm really excited about that because it's something different. And I know, like most of us, I just get caught up in making the same things over and over. So I can't wait to try that. And I'm going to try to film that. So if you're interested in that, of course, if your notifications are on, you'll see that video. And then moving over here, I buy this almost every time I shop. It's the ground turkey. I like the Shady Brook Farms, 93% lean. I always have it on hand because I can always think of something. Turkey meatloaf, turkey burgers, and then moving over here, this is kind of more of a snack. I saw this in the store. I think there's a glare on it. Let's see. There we go. So this is obviously some Genoa salami, which is my favorite one. It's kind of the harder salami, and just some fresh mozzarella. But I thought it would be a nice high protein snack. So let's see what the protein looks like. So 3 pieces is 180 calories. It's got 0 carbs and 11 grams of protein just in 3 pieces. So that would be good. Also, if I make like a snack plate for lunch, I can put this on the side as a little more protein. And then over here, I have never tried these before, the Italian chicken sausage. And as you can see, they're already cooked. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with this, but again, I kind of wanted to get out of my comfort zone a little bit and try something new. So one link is 110 calories and 13 grams of protein. So I think that's pretty good macros and 2 carbs. So yeah, we'll see what I get into with that. Maybe sausage and peppers, something like that. We'll see. Okay, let's swing over here. Just another repeat buy. I pretty much always buy this, and as I explained in another grocery haul, I was buying them from Costco. Costco used to sell, which I don't think they do anymore, individually wrapped chicken breasts, and eventually they started getting bigger, and then the texture of them was just really weird. So we stopped buying them. And like I said, I think that someone had said they stopped carrying them, which I'm happy about. But these are quite expensive, unfortunately, but I like them. And I like to have chicken breasts on hand just for, sometimes when I don't know what else to cook, I kind of go to this. So yeah. And over here are some chicken thighs. We do enjoy chicken thighs. These are the boneless, skinless. And I actually have a recipe I'm going to use these for. It's a Skinny Taste recipe. And if you watch any of my videos, you know I love her recipes. And it's for a lentil chicken soup in the crock pot. So I love lentil soup. I grew up, we ate it. I didn't love it when I was young, but I realized what I didn't like was the ham in it. So I make lentil soup now, or lentils, and I just don't put ham products in it. So that's the way I like it. So we're going to try that recipe, and maybe I'll film that too. So yeah, if you have your notifications on, you'll get to see that. And I think this is basically the last protein item, I think. It's just another repeat buy. It's the reduced fat sharp cheddar. I like this one for my breakfast quesadillas. And for, oops, a glare, 90 calories for a quarter of a cup, 2 grams of protein, and 7 grams of protein and 2 carbs. So yeah, this is my favorite cheese, and the reduced fat mozzarella or part skim mozzarella, which I already have some, so I didn't need that. Okay, I'm gonna swing over here and show you, I know I've shown this before. We like the naan bread when I make like a Greek kind of dinner, and these are my favorite, the ancient grain. They're not very big. They're about yay size. I don't know, maybe a little bigger than my hand. So they are 160 calories for one, and 22 grams of net carbs and 5 grams of protein. And actually we're having this tonight, so I'll take 2 of the chicken breasts out and I'll season them with oregano, salt, pepper, garlic. I think that's about it. Then I have this on the side. We have tzatziki sauce. We have some, and you'll see in the produce area, I have zucchini and eggplant. Then I serve it with Kalamata olives, which I love, and some feta cheese. So that's what's for dinner tonight. And this is a new item for me. I've never bought these before. I'm sure I've tasted them. They look like the kind that you would get like in a restaurant. And what these are for is that pork carnitas. I'm going to make them into tacos. So let's see the macros. I'm curious about these. Okay, so for 3 tortillas, it's 100 calories. I don't think that's too bad. It is 18 grams of net carbs and 2 grams of protein. Wow, the calorie count kind of surprises me because of course they are corn tortillas, but that was the traditional way that I saw on the recipe for the pork carnitas. So we're gonna give it a try. I'm gonna swing over to the frozen. Everyone knows what frozen chopped spinach is. I don't remember if this is for a recipe or I just wanted to have it on hand. I don't remember, but either way, it's going in my freezer and it'll be there when I'm ready for it. And I like to put it in soups actually, like maybe it is for the lentil soup, I'm not sure. But I like to finish it with either spinach or kale, which I did buy fresh kale, you'll see. But I wanted to have this in the freezer in case I wanted it for a soup. And then some frozen cauliflower, you all know. I just roast this right from frozen. I season it up, preheat the oven to 425, put it in the oven. I spray it with some, what do I have over there? Avocado spray. Season it up, put it in the preheated oven for about 15 minutes, turn it around, put it in for another 10 until it's nice and golden brown, and it's absolutely delicious. So this is always going to be in my freezer. And then a couple new items. So I've been wanting mango, but as you can imagine, it's not really mango season. And I thought, why do I never, ever buy frozen mango chunk? My husband loves to make smoothies in the morning, so I know if I don't use all of these, he'll use them. But I want to see if I can make kind of a mango salsa with these. Maybe I'll defrost a cup of them and then add, and you'll see I have some fresh jalapeno, maybe some onion. So I want to see if that'll work out, and I'll serve that on some fish. We either have, I think, some salmon or some whitefish. So that's going to be an experiment. And then over here is a new item. I actually saw this in somebody else's haul, and she said it was delicious. So I said, you know what? My store has it. I want to try it. So I do make my own, by the way. Can't quite always get the ratios right. I mean, it's okay. I tend to add way too much garlic, but that's okay. But I thought I'd give it a try. So let's flip it over and see what the macros are. So half a cup cooked is 70 calories, 7 net carbs, and 2 grams of protein. So I thought that was pretty good for a side. Like if I make a turkey meatloaf, this would be great on the side. So we're going to give that a try one day. And then this is for my husband. He loves these frozen fruit bars. And I don't know if he's ever had the mango. He might have. But I saw this when I was kind of on the website looking up mango. And this came up. So I'm like, he's definitely going to like that. So I got that for him. Okay, so we're at the produce area. Just some romaine lettuce, nothing too exciting. I did buy some kale. As I've mentioned, if you've watched any of my What I Eat in a Day, I think I've mentioned I like kale. I love kale, actually, in many different ways. Sometimes I'll just saute it up with like a chicken sausage with some cannellini beans. Oh, it's so good. So good. So we'll see what I'll do with this. If it doesn't go in my soup, or if it does go in my soup, I will probably have a little left over and I can make a nice kale salad, another favorite of mine. And I bought probably a month ago. Hopefully it's still good. The Panera sells in the grocery store their poppy seed dressing. It's so low in calories and tastes so good. And it's perfect with like a kale salad. So that'll be on the menu for this week for sure. And then I just bought some mushrooms. I like to have these on hand too. Sometimes I put them in my quesadillas or just alongside some kind of meat. If we make like a steak, I do, of course, mushrooms and onions, a classic. So I got those. Then over here is that controversial herb. This is cilantro, fresh cilantro. My husband and I both think it tastes like soap. But we've been trying over time to kind of get used to it. I can't say I love it, and I can't speak for him, but it does give something to dishes that when it's not in there, you kind of do miss it. So I'll just use a very little bit. It's going to go in the carnitas. I think it's like on the side, just kind of sprinkled over the tacos. So we'll see how that works out. It's kind of a big bunch. Can't buy much smaller than that. I'm actually hoping it's not super fresh because when it is, oh boy, it is strong. So I'm hoping it looks tiny bit wilted, not too bad, but maybe it's a little bit older, so it won't be as strong. So we'll see how that goes. And then just a few more things. I told you I got the eggplant, so we're gonna have this tonight. I'll cut up one of these zucchini to go with it for the Greek meal. And then the other zucchini I like to cut up in small bites, small little pieces for my quesadillas. I put them in mason jars. I'm going to link in the description the most recent What I Eat in a Day video I did because I showed you what the jars look like with all my veggies in it. So yeah. And then of course some green onion, another favorite of mine to always have in the fridge. And what I do with these, I cut it to about here, stick this bottom part in just a little tiny bit of water, and then I chop the rest and put that in a mason jar for whenever I need it. And they'll grow back very quickly. I swear, it's like overnight you start seeing it grow back. So I love that little trick. And then of course, limes are for the carnitas. And my favorite cucumber. Always have to have this in the fridge at all times. And then some jalapenos for, I'm going to try it with two things. Of course, the carnitas. And also, if I make that mango salsa, it'll come in handy. And then seedless lemons. I didn't even know they existed. But this was all my store had, and I really needed lemons for my lemon water. I drink lemon water every morning, so I needed lemons. Plus, we cook with lemons. I'll use some of the lemon juice on my Greek tonight. I'll put it over the chicken. Sometimes I'll squeeze it over the vegetables after they're cooked. So yeah, we definitely needed lemons. And just a red onion, and I usually get the little grape tomatoes, but I wanted to try these today. They were actually on sale, and normally I think they're pretty pricey. But yeah, I just wanted to try these so I can have it on my avocado wasa toast. Cut them in salads, of course, things like that. Okay, I just had a couple dairy items. So I did order 2 of these, and I see they only had 1, so I got credit for the other one. And of course, my tzatziki and my Daisy Light sour cream. If you watch any of my What I Ate in a Day, you know these are 2 big staples of mine. This will also go with the Greek dinner tonight. And let me show you what the protein is on all of these items. So this, of course, is 10 grams of protein in this little shake for 70 calories. And I just like to have this if maybe like this morning I had a pretty small breakfast because we didn't have much in the house. So after the gym, I was a little bit hungry. So this would have come in handy if I just wanted a little something after the gym before lunch. And then my light sour cream. Let's see, I know it's 35 calories, so 2 tablespoons, 2 grams of protein, and 1 carb. Delicious. And my other favorite, let me move it closer. I know this is also 35 calories for 2 tablespoons. And let's see if I can get a little bit closer. Come on. Here we go. So this has, let's see. I'm so sorry. 3 carbs. Oh, there we are. And 2 grams of protein for 2 tablespoons. I could just like practically drink this stuff. And like I mentioned before, I even had a video on me making my own tzatziki, which I love. But this certainly stays longer in the fridge, and I'm usually the only one who eats it. So it's a really good alternative if you're not making your own. Okay, now we're kind of in the snack area. So I just needed just a couple more bags of the protein chips. I really like these. Sometimes I eat them for lunch, very occasionally alongside something. But sometimes they're for at nighttime when maybe my husband is having chips or I want something salty. So I like to have these on hand. So let's see what we got for protein and all of that. 140 calories for the bag, 19 grams of protein, and 4 net carbs. And I like them. I think they're delicious, especially the ranch are my favorite, then the nacho cheese. There is one, I think it's the chili lime. It is so spicy, but I just keep eating it. But it's very spicy for me. And I cannot handle spice very well. So I kind of try to stick to the ranch or the nacho cheese. And I was wondering, what do you guys like to do to get more protein? If you're not eating natural proteins like meat, fish, yogurt, what are kind of your alternative ways to get protein? I would love to know that because I try not to rely on these kinds of snacks and drinks and stuff, but I am just curious. So let me know in the comments. I would love to know any suggestions you might have on that. So, okay, I needed to refill our pistachios. I don't eat them too often, but I noticed last time when I made a snack plate, I had just enough for whatever it was on my plate. So I like to keep these in the freezer. They stay longer and they're so yummy. And then this is a new item right here. Kind of an indulgence, I guess. But I wanted something that wasn't too high in calories if I wanted like an afternoon snack once in a while. So I keep seeing someone I follow on YouTube. I keep seeing her talk about these. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to give them a try. And they were actually on sale, as you can see. Actually, I didn't realize they're two different ones. These are the chocolate chip brownies, and these are the cinnamon coffee cake. So as you can see, it's, I think it said it on the front, 70 calories for one bar. And I know they're not very big, but maybe this is just all I need. And it's 2 grams of protein, and it is, there's like a glare, 11 net carbs, and that's 6 grams of fiber. I think that's really good. So for one bar, it's 70 calories, if I didn't already say that. I think this one is the same, but we're gonna look at it anyway. Let's see if I can get rid of that glare. Nope. Oh well, it's 70 calories for one. Same thing, 11 net carbs because it has 6 grams of fiber and 2 protein. So yeah, that should be good. I just have to, not have one every day, and that's my own thing. You certainly can have one every day if that's what you want, but I try to just keep these kinds of things as, a little treat once in a while. Okay, so these are kind of the miscellaneous items, I guess you could say. This is a bag of lentils, of course, that I need for the lentil soup. This is what I always use. I have tried the red lentils, which are good. They're very delicate, so I didn't want to use that for this recipe. It'll be in the crock pot, so that's what I'm going to use. And then I just bought 1 pouch of light tuna. I like these pouches because sometimes you get that metallic taste with the can. And just FYI, I am not a huge fan of canned tuna, so I just bought one in case I'm in a pinch and I need something for lunch with protein. I have this on hand. And then over here I have some tomato products. So I have Rotel, which I believe might be for the pork carnitas, I'm not sure. And then just some petite diced tomatoes and tomato sauce. And back here is my picante sauce that I love. Always have to have that for my morning quesadillas. And let me show you the protein on this tuna. I know it's really good protein, so that's why I kind of have it once in a while. And once in a while, I actually crave it. Yeah, so it's 70 calories for this whole pouch, 17 grams of protein, and of course, 0 carbs. So yeah, I gotta learn to like it a little more. It's really good in protein. Okay, so this is another snacky area. I've shown these peaches before. I like to keep them on hand. I think I actually have 2 in the fridge, but they don't always have them. So when I saw they had them, I wanted to get them. And again, if you watch any of my what I eat in a day videos, you have seen this dessert I make with it. I add this to the Fudgy Greek yogurt, plain, and I put a little sugar-free, fat-free cheesecake pudding. Oh my gosh, I make a parfait out of it. It's so, so good. So that's going to be for this week and next week. And then I wanted to try something a little different. I did try, and I'm sure you guys have seen it on some social media, you mix one of the Fairlife shakes, the protein shakes, chocolate with the chocolate pudding. I really didn't think I would like it. I didn't have high hopes for it, but I really, really liked it. I made it twice, actually. So this time around, I wanted to try something a little different. My friend mentioned she uses vanilla and adds pistachio pudding. I love pistachio pudding, so we're going to give this a try. Let's see if, I don't think there's any protein in this, So it's 25 calories if you made this as in the normal way. Sorry, it's not really focusing, but yeah, it has 0 protein by itself. And this Fairlife shake, as you can see, has 26 grams of protein. Let's look at the calories and all that. So the entire bottle is 170 calories. It has 5 net carbs and like 26 grams of protein, as I said. So we're gonna give that a try. I'm excited to try it. I like to find kind of more protein forward desserts. I figured I could get some protein and have a really good dessert. So lastly are the beverages. So you've seen this many times. I like to have this Chobani creamer. Not the best in macros, but you know, you gotta live a little, and I drink 1 cup of coffee a day. So I have this. 1 tablespoon is 35 calories, 5 carbs, and 0 protein. Next up are these Quest salted caramel shakes, protein shakes. I really like these. I enjoy them. Now I'm going to tell you how I do it. I know I've mentioned it before. I'll take about 8 ounces of this Califia Farms cold brew, and I just add 1 of the shakes, and it's so, so good. So each shake has 170 calories, 3 carbs, and 30 grams of protein. And let me tell you, with the cold brew coffee, it's like something from Starbucks. It's so good. I drink it iced, of course, but I don't know if you could do it hot. I guess you could. You could even make it foamy. I've done that, and it just tastes really good. Now, this was a new find. Another thing I saw somebody else haul that looks so interesting. So it's unsweetened espresso blend cold brew. I am excited to try this. So let's see what we have here. Yeah, this one has 20 calories for 12 ounces, which I typically only use about 8, 4 grams of carbs, and less than 1 gram of protein. So I'm excited. I love strong flavored coffee, so I'm hoping it'll be delicious. And then another thing for my husband, he is a big fruit juice drinker. And again, when I searched for mango on the website, the grocery website, this came up. So I said I knew he would love it to myself. So I bought it for him. He doesn't even know, but he'll love it. And the very last thing on this grocery haul is something new. I've had these before many, many years ago. Another thing I kind of just saw on the website. Now, I drink water all the time. Once in a while, I love like Crystal Light lemonade. Once in a while, especially when the weather gets a little warmer. But I thought this would be fun to have in the fridge and just kind of have it once in a while, just as like an alternative to water. And I don't drink soda because I'm not really a big fan of it. It's not for any other reason, but of course this is 0 carbs for 1 bottle, 0 protein, 0, 0, 0. So I know the Stewart's is really good. I've actually, I don't think I've had the diet, so we're gonna give that a try one day. Hopefully I can drink a whole one because sometimes I can't, and my husband's not gonna want to drink it. So maybe my mother and I, when she's here, will share one. She likes diet root beer, so that'll be good. But yeah, so that's my grocery haul. I put some of it away already in the freezer, but I really hope you enjoyed this. And like I said, put on your notifications so you can see when I post the video about those 2 recipes. Also, if you're not already subscribed, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you give it a thumbs up and have a great day.